What's good, Washington fans? It's your boy Stacks Reacts, and we back again with another video. Today we talking about the Giants game, man. Look, we ended the game in a tie. Like, I'm not sure if I should be upset or if I should be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what way where I should go with this, cause like, to be real with y'all, like, we had opportunity. We had two really good opportunities to win this game, bro. We had two, actually, really three, and I feel like we had a lot of missed opportunities that we should have, somewhat succeeded with. The first, before we get into all the stats, we're gonna talk about it, bro. Scott Turner. I'm gonna keep talking about this. Scott Turner, his play calling in overtime, his play calling in the last drive of the fourth quarter was awful. And this is a thing that we're gonna have to live with. Like, with Scott Turner is when you give Scott Turner a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to game plan for a team, he's gonna come out with a scheme that is going to win you the game. But when he has a week to figure things out, a week to figure stuff out, man, he just doesn't call games the way they should be called. Like, he does things in crucial moments that make you wonder. Like, end of the fourth quarter, we got the ball. We have 2 timeouts. He keeps throwing the ball. Throw. And I understand you're trying to get in the field goal range. I understand that. But all you really need is one timeout to call to get in the field goal range. We had 2 timeouts. So you telling me that you couldn't somewhat run the ball at least once or twice in the last 2 minutes to try to, keep the defense on his toes a little bit? Maybe we could break one, something like that. Like, why couldn't we do that? And then in the overtime play, I don't know what the hell happened. Why we're in overtime. And in the first play, we got Heinicke taking these 6, 7, 8, 9 step drops on the 20-yard line. And we're in overtime. Bro, run the ball. Like, it didn't help that Charles Leno, our left tackle, did not block Kayvon Thibodeau, which I don't understand why he didn't do that. But he didn't even block him anyway. But the thing is, the play calling, it was awful. I don't know if he was just like, just the pressure was getting to him. I'm not sure what was going on. But every time it comes to these games, at the end of the game, we need big calls, we need big plays, and something has to be either all script, or the play is broken. It's just the way it works. And I can't figure this out to save my life. Like, I don't know why Scott Turner does this. I don't understand why he keeps doing it, but he does it. The other blown opportunity was Joey Sly. He missed that, I believe it was like a 47 or 48-yard field goal. That field goal would have been basically the game-winning field goal, because we would have been up 3 points since we scored the touchdown. But, it's neither here or there. Like I said, man, I'm not sure whether if I want to be happy about this situation or do I want to be sad. I don't know. I'm kind of just like torn in between, because a loss, we didn't lose, but we didn't win. So, like, a loss isn't on our record, so it's like, okay, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing because we ain't got no win on our record. So I'm trying to figure out, what are we really doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what's going on. We play them again in 2 more weeks, so hopefully we can get our act together between then. So with that being said, let's just break down some stats real quick. Today was Heinicke's best game. You might say things like, oh, Heinicke might have not have hit a lot of receivers that could have been open. I understand that. He did not hit every receiver that needed to be hit. I understand that. But when we needed plays and we needed things to get done, Heinicke pulled things out of his ass just like he always does. That 4th down play that we needed, it was all script. Curtis Samuel came open, or was it Terry? I think it was Curtis. He came open. Heinicke found him scrambling to the left-hand side. These are things that Heinicke does. So today, Heinicke had his best game by far. He went 27 for 41, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, none. And Heinicke, Heineke's always good for at least one good interception that you be like, what the hell are you doing? He's good for one of them every game. But he didn't throw one today. But he did have that costly fumble in the first quarter or the second quarter on the Giants side of the field that kind of cost us because it led them to a touchdown. But that wasn't his fault. The pressure was in his face. It was nothing he could do. He got hit pretty hard. You got to understand, Heineke's 6 foot, maybe 220, 230 soaking wet. He's getting hit by 6'6" guys and they're 300 pounds. And he's getting hit from his blind side. So you got to be realistic when he's getting hit. It's hard to hold on to the ball all the time. So let's get to the run game. B-Rob. B-Rob was B-Rob again. B-Rob was B-Robbing. Mr. Big Hat himself was B-Robbing was again. 21 carries, 96 yards, 4 yards away from another 100-yard game. Look, B-Rob, this offense is going to go on the back of Brian Robinson. That's just the way it's going to go. The offense goes as Brian Robinson goes. If Brian Robinson is getting you 70, 80, 90, 100 yards per game, every game consistently, that is going to open up the play action. That is going to open up a lot of maybe a zone read if they decide to run that. It's going to bring more people into the box, which is going to leave our receivers open. That is what we need to do. We have to continue to lean on B-Rob. B-Rob is the reason that we're winning. B-Rob is going to be the reason that this team goes. The defense helps too, but as far as offense, this offense goes as B-Rob goes. So that's how that goes. When it came to receiving today, a lot of receivers caught the ball today. Taylor spread the ball around. You had Terry, 8 catches, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 6 catches, 63 yards. You had Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson made a hell of a play to score that touchdown today. 5 receptions, 54 yards, a touchdown, and that big touchdown off the spin move. It was like he was on Madden. He hit it with, you press the circle button on Madden, hit it with the juke, the spin move into the end zone. That's why we drafted him in the first round, because we knew what he could do. The problem was we were so run heavy. We were so heavy on the run. We wasn't doing a lot of passes. But I'm glad Scott Turner did get Jahan Dotson into the game today. We're going to follow it up. Logan Thomas, 3 catches, 20 yards. Antonio Gibson, 2 catches, 20 yards. B-Rob, 2 catches, 15 yards. And then you got Cam Sims with 1 catch, but it was for -2 yards. So we were spreading the ball around. We were playing good team offense. The problem is, man, we get into the red zone. Red zone is our Achilles heel, and third downs is our Achilles heel. That's just the way it is. Like, I'm trying to figure out why we can't fix this. What do we have to do to fix this? But as of right now, that is our Achilles heel. We only average 17 to 20 points a game. As you can see, we scored 20 points today. We end up in a tie. We have to start scoring more points. We have too many offensive players, too many good offensive players right now to not be scoring at least 30 to 35 points every game. We can do it. We have the ability to do it, but we have to put it all together. That's what I'm talking about every week. All these little grind them out. Man, we got to stop winning games like this. They're going to keep happening if we cannot get shit together. We have to get this together. Now, let's flip to the other side. The defense. Defense was playing first half. Daniel Jones was doing basically whatever he wanted to do. Daniel Jones was running. He was passing. I don't think he had an incomplete pass, to maybe like the end of the second quarter, I believe. And I think it's because he did a spike or something like that. Like, he was like 16 of 18 or 17 of 19 or something like that. And then he had another like 60 plus yards on the ground. And then Saquon Barkley was running around. My thing is, when we went into this game, we already knew that this is what they do. We knew they don't have receivers. We know their tight ends are average or basic at best. We know that Saquon Barkley gets around 80 to 85% of the snaps every time. So for us to know that Saquon Barkley is going to get this ball 80 to 85% of the time, we did not play well the first half. Now, second half, we came out and we punched them in the mouth. We held Saquon Barkley under 100 yards. We kept Daniel Jones in the pocket. He did not run as much. I think he got like maybe 10 or 12 yards rushing in the second half, period. We shut them down. Those Bama boys, I keep saying it every week, those Bama boys in the middle, John Allen, Deron Payne. Look, Deron Payne needs paid. He needs paid. The thing is, Those guys are putting up all pro seasons right now. All pro. When I say all pro, man, I'm serious. All pro seasons. Let me just read some stats off real quick. John Allen, 7 tackles, 1 assisted, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack. Deron Payne, 3 tackles, 1 assisted, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. Do you understand? These guys are game records. These guys are game records. Like when you put these guys in the game, you put those guys in the middle, you already know something good is going to happen. This is how it works. So, like I said, Deron Payne needs paid. John Allen got his bag already. Deron Payne needs his bag. That is the way it has to go. Look, the secondary played suspect today at best. I'm not gonna say they played trash, but they played suspect today. Like Derek Forrest, he's a little over aggressive at times, was giving up plays over the top. I didn't hear Kendall Fuller's name get called one time. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not a good thing. But the thing is, the Giants they don't have really any receivers that are worth talking about. And when they scored their touchdown today, they scored it. I don't even know I forget the guy's name. But the guy that scored the touchdown today, I never even heard of this guy. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that the Giants is really our Achilles heel. Like I think when Daniel Jones plays us, Daniel Jones is about 4-1, 5-1 playing against Washington. And that's the problem. Like it's like when we play good all season, but when we play the Giants, it seems like we forget how to play. And I'm trying to figure out why that happens. But the defense need to play better. Jamin Davis, he played okay today. Let's look at some stats for Jamin Davis. Okay. So with Jamin Davis, he had 7 tackles today and 3 assisted. That is a mediocre night for linebackers because the linebacker is supposed to, most definitely, the D tackle is supposed to clog everything up. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker is supposed to clean it up right after them. They should have free tackles every time. So they should average at least 10 to 15 tackles each game. Jamin Davis played a okay, subpar game today. Look, y'all. Another thing. The referees, Washington averages maybe 2, 3, at the most 4 penalties a game. We are like one of the most least penalized teams in this whole league. Like we're at the bottom, which is a good thing. We're at the bottom as far as teams that get penalized. Like we hardly ever get penalized. So when it comes to, they were just throwing flags, holding, man downfield. Then it came to us when they threw that call, when Taylor Heinicke threw the ball deep to Terry McLaurin, it was clear pass interference. The line judge that was down by the end zone throws the flag. He says it is a pass interference by Fabian Monroe that used to play for us. It's a reason that he was gone. He's trash. He was holding Terry. They threw the flag. The referee that was all the way down at the other side of the field, they have a meeting, and he tells him that it was not a pass interference, and they picked the flag up. They picked the flag up, and that's what led us to kicking a field goal to get 13 points. I'm trying to tell you, there's certain things, man. There's certain things that bothers the hell out of me. And it's like every time we play a team at home or away, the referees always have to be the outcome. When we played the Cowboys, the referees were the outcome. We played the Giants, the referees were the outcome. The only reason the referees were not the outcome when we played the Eagles is because we was running the ball and we was beating the shit out of them doing the run ball. That was the reason why the referees couldn't really be the problem. The thing is, we have to score enough points and we have to score so the referees do not have to be the issue. But the problem is that the referees are going to continue to be the issue, which is the reason why we're not scoring. So we have to get this. The NFL has to fix this situation. If the referee has to stand up, be like, you know what? We don't want this guy on our team no more. We don't want this guy on our officiating staff no more, because this is the reason why they could have cost. We could have had a touchdown. We would have been on the 1 yard line, and we could have punched it in and had a touchdown. That game could have been ours. You know, that's how it is. So the officiating played a huge part in today's game. But with that being said, we're going into the bye week, y'all. We're going into the bye week. We have a chance to get healthy. We have a chance to get Benjamin St. Juste back. We have a chance to have Chase Young coming back. So we have a chance to get the offensive line a little healthy because of Tyler Larson, a couple other guys we had, they went down hurt today. So it gives them a week to get healthy, feel good, try to get their body back into shape, just to get better. Just be ready for the following week. And it helps them get their bodies together. Next week, the Giants play the Eagles. So we're hoping that the Eagles beat them down so much that they're just going to be just pretty much wounded coming in to play us the following week. So it's a weird situation how we got the Giants back to back, but I look at it as we got the tape, we got good data, we got good footage, and we can make a game plan. And like I said, when Scott Turner has more than 1 week to make a game plan, an offensive game plan, he does a great job. So now he has 2 weeks to make a good offensive game plan for these New York Giants. So with that being said, tell me how y'all feel about this game in the comments down below. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It helps me out. And we're going to keep doing this thing together, y'all. Like I said, hell to the Washington Commanders, hell to the Redskins, hell to the Washington football team. If you're not repping it all, if you're not repping it hard, do not rep it at all. That is the same right now. So you said stick with us. If you wasn't with us before, do not be with us when we win it. So with that being said, it's your boy Stacks Reacts, man. I appreciate y'all for following me and watching the channel. Like I said, hell to the Redskins, hell to the Commanders, hell to the Washington football team. It's your boy Stacks Reacts. I see y'all in 2 weeks. I'm gone.